email address and hit continue. Fill in the short form with your email and a secure password and hit create account. That's it. You're now ready to start your gem collecting hobby.
Gemcollector is live every day from 1 p.m. till 5 p.m. Join us on Facebook, YouTube, our app or our website to discover stunning gemstones, exclusive deals and expert insights wherever you are.
At Gemcollector, we want to make your life as straightforward as possible. That's why you can enjoy a 30-day money-back guarantee, just one P&P charge no matter how many times you order in a day, and a free telephone number for hassle-free shopping. Gem buying made simple.
It's where the world of gemstone collecting comes to life. Whether you're just starting out or you're already passionate about this rewarding hobby, we're here to inspire and guide you.
Our channel offers an incredible variety of gemstones from around the globe. From timeless classics like rubies and emeralds to rare and exotic gemstones, there's always something to spark your interest.
More than just a showcase, we aim to educate you by providing so much more insight into each gemstone's origin, history, and unique characteristics, making it easy to grow your knowledge and appreciation for this extraordinary hobby.
Gemcollector helps you build your collection and connect with a vibrant community of gemstone enthusiasts.
Go over to our website or download the Gemporia app to discover how rewarding gemstone collecting can be here with us at Gemcollector.
So one of the things that's really set us apart as a group of companies over the last 2 decades is actually having your feet on the ground. And as a group of companies, we've always made sure that that was our priority. We understand that being at a primary source, being able to actually go to a location, puts you in a very strong position. And that's why over the last 20 years, you've watched us go and find you diamonds from Canada, watched us go into Burma to school you some of the finest jade and some of the most incredible rubies, watched us go to Nepal for some of the most incredible kyanite that the world has ever seen, not to mention covering the whole of Southeast Asia, into Africa, dare I say it, going all the way through the North Pole as well. We are explorers as well as storytellers, but it is that exploration that allows us to really not only show you the best out there or the stories behind them, but to also present you with some of the finest gemstones at some of the finest prices. I would like you to take consideration next time you walk into a jewelry store or next time you go to a website that sells jewelry and ask yourself this. Have they been to that location? Do they know who cut that? Do they know who set that? Do they know everything about that individual stone? Because if they don't, they are nowhere near what we can achieve for you here at Jewelry Maker, Gemporia, or Gemcollector.
At Gemcollector, we make expanding your jewellery collection both exciting and risk-free. Here's how. In our reverse auctions, the price drops as you watch. Call or bid online to secure your piece. And know that no matter when you bid, you'll get the final low price. We even combine your orders with one simple delivery charge per day, and it's all backed by our 30-day money-back guarantee. So you can enjoy your gem collecting hobby hassle-free.
At Gemcollector, we want to make your life as straightforward as possible. That's why you can enjoy a 30-day money-back guarantee, just one P&P charge no matter how many times you order in a day, and a free telephone number for hassle-free shopping. Gem buying made simple. At Gemcollector, we take pride in bringing you only genuine gemstones sourced from around the world. Every gemstone you purchase comes with an authenticity card, giving you complete confidence in its quality and origin. Shop with peace of mind, know you're getting a true piece of nature's beauty.
When we bring you a cut gemstone on any of our channels, you might just consider that something that's easy to do. You might just think that cutting a gemstone is something that can just be done by anyone around the world. You're wrong. Cutting takes a huge amount of intelligence, an incredible amount of maths and science to get right. Every individual gemstone has a different hardness, has a different refraction level, has a different way that it manages light, and also through different saturations and hues and tones, every gemstone has an individual technique for maximizing it. But what if I was to tell you the maths behind creating and cutting a gemstone is some of the most incredible detail that you would never ever consider? Do you know that there are specific ratios between having a gemstone cut, between the hue layer of the gemstone, between the girdle of the gemstone, the angles in which they are cut at, defining the amount of light that can come in or come out of a gem? Because we've been on your screens for the last 2 decades, you take it for granted. But next time you look on screen and you see something that's incredible, please consider not just the amount of time and the amount of effort that has been put into delivering that, but the amount of skills and expertise that we bring you every day here in our group of companies to deliver you excellence.
We're pleased to announce that Gemcollector will be live between 1 p.m. and 5 p.m. This new daily schedule will provide fans with more opportunities to enjoy the excitement of our live shows across all of our platforms. We look forward to bringing you even more amazing deals and great products between 1 p.m. and 5 p.m. on Gemcollector.
There we go. We are live. Hello and a big warm welcome to you to our evening special gala, which is the grand finale of the Gemcollector birthday. We are a couple of minutes late starting. I do apologise. In all of the excitement, it turns out if you come into the evening, a lot of things switch themselves off. So I'm not a technical-minded person. The camera that you can see me through was not actually on, but I figured it out. I'm quite impressed with myself. And we have such a show to be looking forward to. Thank you if you are tuning in. I know we've been talking about this all week. Our lovely Ben has been here with you all weekend, bringing you some absolutely fantastic birthday specials for our 12 years celebrating Gemcollector. And this is something that we haven't done in quite a while in terms of being here at this time of day. It's an evening show, which is just this one-off. It's a special 2 hours where I'm going to be here hosting for you for our grand finale. So I'm really, really honoured to have your company. Thank you to those of you. If you've been waiting a little bit longer than expected, I am very sorry about that, but I promise I'm going to make it up to you with this 2-hour special. You will already be able to see on the web and on the app if you're watching on gemcollector.com or the Gemporia app as usual, the gemstones that we have for you in this first hour. And just like any other show, I want you to message me in. I want you to take part. I want you to let me know how you are. Let me know the pieces that you would like to see and anything I can assist you with. And I'd like you to also, being this is the grand finale of our birthday, I'd like you to also maybe share some stories or share something about your experience with Gemcollector. It could be over the last 12 days of the birthday. It could be about a gemstone that you've managed to get yourself during this birthday period. It could be an hour in particular that's really kind of stuck itself in your memory as one that you really, really enjoyed. Or it could be across the whole 12 years. Many of you guys, some of you are, new collectors with us. Some of you guys have been here as part of our community for a long, long time as well. So whatever you can think of that comes to your mind immediately, I'd love to hear about it from you today in this grand finale of our birthday special. Jumping in, I know we've already got lots of messages. We've got our lovely Becky says good evening. Number 6, please. We've got Michael. Number 10, hello to you, sir. We've got Alison says, Miss Emily, is this true? I didn't have to get up early in California to see you. Woohoo! She says, I know, it's very exciting, isn't it? Very Jessica Rabbit as well, looking gorgeous. Thank you. I had to put on my special frock for the gala evening. Trevor also says, good evening, everybody. Looking fully max glam this evening. Thank you so much for your compliments. We've also got Michael says, I've managed to get myself the 25-carat carved agate earlier today. I cannot wait to get it. Well done to you. So I know Ben has had an exceptional weekend here with you. And of course, this is a great way to bring it all to a close, isn't it, really? So jumping in, if I refresh my page here, I know there's lots of busyness going on. Number 1, of course, is our massive gala kind of, you can call it a star buy, you could call it a manager special, you could call it the birthday extravaganza. However you want to name it, it is the one that I'm really, really excited excited to be launching here with you tonight for this special occasion. But of course, there's so much to choose from, and you are always in charge here at Gemcollector as well. So I am going to jump in. I've got lots of requests for number 1. It's not long to wait at all. Before we go to it, though, number 3 is going to be coming on first. This is an aqua beryl. This piece, Nigeria material. I don't know if you've seen one of these before. Sometimes they can go under the name of Aquiaba. They are exclusively only ever been found in one place in the world, which again is that wonderful location in Nigeria. And they are really special. If you think of a baby blue, specifically a blue beryl, let me just turn my lazy Susan a little bit that way, there we go. If you think of a blue beryl, what do we call it? What do we traditionally call it? Oh wow, this is stunning, isn't it? What would we traditionally call a blue beryl? If it was a green beryl, we call them an emerald. If it was a white beryl, we call it a goshenite. What do we call a blue beryl? We'd call it an aquamarine, wouldn't we? That would be a beryl that has the added element of iron inside its composition, that would, again, give it that beautiful baby blue. They're very well famous, very much adored. They're March's birthstone as well, and they have a wonderful history and a whole holding of value in the industry as well. But this piece, from first glimpse, you might think, OK, we're looking at something that is of, similar baby blues of an aquamarine we're used to. But actually, there's something else different going on here, isn't there? There is something else different going on. It's not just pure blue in that sense. Have you noticed there is this little inkling, this little moment within this colour, making it very unique, that's actually more of an aqua. It's actually more of a combination of blues and greens, right? It's not simply blue. There's definitely an element of green in there. And you're absolutely right. If you can see that, you know what I'm talking about. This paradise, ocean, aqua kind of colour has been recognised instantly from its discovery. And, of course, that ended up creating lots of excitement, lots of intrigue. And so they started investigating the actual science behind this stone. They started looking about what's it made up of? What's the chemical composition of this stone? Is it a traditional beryl with iron and it is simply an aquamarine, or is there something else going on? And it turns out after their investigation that there is indeed another element in there as well, and that other element is chromium. Now, not only does that enhance the rarity of the gemstone, of course, but what do we know about chromium when it is inside a beryl on its own, in its own right? Chromium creates, firstly, green. Secondly, technically, if it was a pure beryl with chromium as the addition, it would make it an emerald, wouldn't it? It would make this technically an emerald. And so, by complete shock, by complete celebration, by complete miracle, this was discovered, recognised for its beautiful uniqueness of alternative colour, both blues and greens. And then now we officially know, scientifically speaking, it is actually part emerald and part aquamarine. How cool is that? So Mother Nature, just in this one fluke miracle spot, this tiny little pocket of the earth, has created a hybrid all by herself. Half aquamarine, half emerald, hence the beauty of this aqua colour. And so as a collector, we all love any miracle of genuine gemstone formation, but this is truly something never been seen before. And again, solely from one place, it is incredible to have been discovered within our lifetime, and they are, as you can imagine, very limited. Also, if you think of the typical characteristics of an emerald, they are always within their nature to be heavily included, aren't they, because of the chromium. So if this has got part aquamarine, part emerald, you can totally assume, OK, this is probably also going to be, visibly included, but it ended up taking the sweet spot and the best of everything, the best of both bits. It's got the clarity, it's got that gorgeous crystal, that gorgeous sparkle and brightness from the aquamarine, and it's then benefiting with the greenery of the emerald without then also having the inclusion. So it really is a very, very exciting miracle. And this piece, Goodness me, I know there wasn't many of them discovered anyway, but this particular piece is a one-of-a-kind through and through because it is humongous. It is 4.4 carats in weight. That's 19.5 millimetres in your length. Clean as a whistle once again, as you can see, with an SI graded clarity. And even, again, with the limitations of this small part of the material that was found, this is not normal at all. Most of them are about half a carat to 1 carat. Most of them, again, they might have needed a little bit of heat treatment. They might have had a few more inclusions. So from all of the miracle we're discussing, this one is then the best of the best, right? This is the standout piece. Only the best for your gala evening show here today, as you can imagine. Who's going to get this piece? I do not know. So I say good luck to you. I am going to take this down to... oh, this is fun. I'm having too much fun already. I'm going to take this down. I'll firstly take it to where I'm supposed to take it. How about that? I'm going to take it to where I'm supposed to take it. And then, I'm going to show you your birthday treats. I'm going to show you exactly how easy it is to be the sole owner in the world of this very piece here today. We've got so many collectors tuning in. Alison, I've just spotted your message in California. You said aquamarine. That's what we call a beryl when it's baby blue. That's what we call a beryl when it's got iron inside it. You're absolutely right, Alison. Very, very experienced collector. Our Alison is, of course she is. But of course, this is that standout, really exciting miracle on top of miracle by having the beautiful green element in there as well. Alison says, the growth inhibitor with chromium 2. This is such an impressive size to see. It really is, isn't it? Just beryls all round, really. Whether we're talking about the aquamarines, whether we're talking about the emeralds, whether we're talking about any version, this all round is a very large gemstone. To have this quality, again, it's understandable as to why there's anyone in the world. It has sold out in an instant. Go! Very quickly to our lovely gentleman, Keith in Worcestershire. Hello, Keith. He's back with us. Keith's another one of our incredibly experienced collectors. He's got an amazing selection of stones. So brilliant addition for yourself there, my lovely. Thank you for joining us. Now, we have so many messages. Thank you to all of you. I've got loads of people saying how glamorous I look. Thank you for your compliments. I do appreciate that. It's a special occasion, so I had to put a bit of extra lippy on, of course. Now, jumping from your wonderful aqua beryl, we have so many hot rocks in this hour, but sticking with aquas for a second, number 5 is the Ratakiri Blue Zircon. Now, we all know the situation with this, so I'm going to just say it straight off the bat. There's no point me teasing you at all. I don't have quantity. I don't have big quantity. I have 1 stone. That's it. 1 stone. I don't want to be a tease. I know this is important for all of us to get as quickly as possible, as soon as possible, and with a sense of urgency before it really is too late. And for most of the people on the planet, it is already too late. Most people, they've already missed their window, they've already missed their chance. It's only exclusively here at Gemcollector, as the world's largest gem store, we're one of the last places in the industry that can still offer you zircon, but even for us, we are down to the last chances before it is completely too late. We know that they've been brought up with a sense of complete urgency across the world. Obviously, NY Blue, with their big announcement a few years ago, they kind of kicked off all of the real height and real excitement and knowledge of zircon to the rest of the world. I mean, we've already known about it for a long, long time, but it's everybody else that didn't, and it's because now everybody else is trying to get in on it that. Again, we're ending up to the point where even we can't replenish these. NY Blue have invested millions of dollars in buying everything that they can on the market, and so it's now or never. Especially where if you're one of those collectors that, if you're just like me, you want to get it, you want to enjoy it for yourself. But if you're one of those collectors who wants to enjoy it and then think, do you know what? In 5 or 10 years, it's nice to also have the option at least to think, I could resell this if I wanted to, and it could be, quite a good idea. whichever angle you come in at, this is the stone everyone's talking about, especially since NY Blue's announcement of what they plan or what they are predicting the valuations to be. This piece, even right now at £267, this is technically already lower than what they now are. It's already technically lower than anywhere else on the planet. So if I even take £1 away, we're already winning. But of course, you are not going to have to get it for £267. You are going to get this piece. Ready? For $39.99. Good luck indeed. Look, sold out. Sold out, gee whiz. Right. Number 6 has been heavily requested. Right next door, let's do it. This is the white topaz of the Wabito Snowflake. So we're not just now talking about really exciting gemstones, we're also talking about very exciting lapidary, aren't we? The world of lapidary. When it comes to valuing gemstones, it can be cut, it can be colour, it can be clarity, it can be carat weight. All of those things, very famously are important. They all hold their own power, if you like, in terms of establishing the value of a stone. Depending on the stone in question, some of them are, a little bit more important or less important, like if it was an emerald, clarity not so much. This stone, you've already got, in terms of the actual stone, you've got, incredibly impressive country of origin being the Cullinan Nigerian material associated with the Cullinan diamond. You've got very, very special high-grade clarity. You've got brilliant carat weight, and you've got completely clear, purity of colour with no treatment. It's natural. Just big capital N. It's not heated, it's not radiated, which is quite normal for a topaz. It's natural. So ticking all of those boxes already, but in this case, cut actually is even more powerful in terms of how much it's affecting the value. Okay, if this was all of those things already and then it was a classic round brilliant cut, brilliant, fantastic. If this piece, though, if any stone, in fact, has been given a designer cut, a cut that is associated with someone very famous, a cut that is associated with some sort of, exciting story, perhaps, that can have a massive impact, like with our beautiful pieces from Glen Lera, or this piece, which is from the Wabito brothers. They spent years of their life designing this cut, the snowflake. I mean, think of even having the idea of, can I invent a cut that looks like a snowflake? I mean, that's brave, isn't it? That's a big challenge, really big challenge, because every cut is precise mathematic genius. Every angle, every single individual facet has to be worked out as to what shape it's going to be, what angle it's going to be in relation to then the next one, the next one, the next one, so that the finished design gives us a perfect, sparkling, refractive stone. And yeah, they had the idea. Yeah, they very bravely tried to do it. They took years and years and years to perfect it, but my goodness me, they achieved greatness, didn't they? This then dominated the world as breaking news when it was first launched as their invention. People didn't believe that it was even real. It's that impressive. And here, we're very lucky. We've known the Wabito brothers on a personal level for many years. And so we can go directly to the Wabito brothers. We can, with that relationship, we can say, right, can you please cut this stone for us? Or can you please, bring to us some more of your lovely designs? And we are able to then offer them to you exclusively with our prices as well. So this is a designer gemstone right now. And once again, as anything of real speciality is limited, this certainly is. There's only one available in the world. So this piece is your piece. And who's going to get it? Again, I don't know. I do not know, but I'm rooting for you. I'm going to take it straight down to your price here today. $79.99. Think about that for a second. How much does lapidary cost? How much does it cost to pay someone to fashion a gemstone? How much does it cost, even for, the classic kind of textbook round brilliant? In the trade, it can start at £200 a carat for the labour of a lapidrist. This is nearly 3 carats. So that would be 600 quid as an assumption straight away, wouldn't it? But then this is designer. This is collectible designer lapidary. And you can get the stone, the valuation of the stone and quality in its own right, with the addition of the lapidary for such a brilliant deal here today, but only one left. Very good look again. That's been heavily requested. Hello, Oklahoma. Great to see you today. Thank you for your company. We have Keith in Worcestershire says looking fab. Oklahoma says you look so elegant and beautiful wearing that beautiful dress. Thank you so much. I wish you were in the room because it's velvet. It's one of those. It feels so nice. It feels so nice. I love it. Love it. I'd let you stroke me. Jane says, what a happy birthday show. You look fabulous. You all do. And thank you, Emily, for special hours tonight. Love and peace to all. Jane, what a gorgeous message. Thank you for joining us. It's always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Right, we are at number 6. We're going to keep rocking and rolling, of course. Our massive birthday special, number 1, will be coming up shortly in this hour. Don't you worry about that. We're going to keep going through... actually, saying that, goodness me, got so many requests. So number 6, I know Michael wanted to see... Number 10 from Michael. Let's do it. Number 10 coming up for you, sir. Gosh. Oh, my word. Now, this is... Even the back of it's been carved. This is... I don't actually have the words to do it justice, to be honest. I can't process in my mind how somebody would have the skill, where you would even begin to attempt to carve art like this, detail like this from a solid piece of stone and get everything so perfect, so accurate, the proportions. I don't know if any of you guys have ever tried to, draw just with a pencil and paper. If you've ever tried to draw something that is well known in terms of what it looks like. I mean, fair enough, if you're trying to draw something that's just kind of very much artistic and organic, then there's no really any rules. But if you try and draw something that people know what it looks like, you try and draw a horse, you try and draw, a human face, you try and draw something that everybody knows precisely what it looks like, you either get it right or you don't. Do you know what I mean? You either get it right or you don't. And this has been not just drawn with pen and paper. This is carved. It's not only the overall proportions, the overall kind of front face appearance of it, but then you've got the depths. You've got, how dimensional is this going to be? Every single curve has to be perfect. And if they make a mistake, you can't just rub it out. You can't just, start again, get another pencil, get another piece of paper, get your rubber out. It's ruined. But this has been done to perfection. So understandable as to why there's only one. Look at it. Wow. This has a real power and presence to it, doesn't it? 351 carats of single stone rock. The scale of size of this is at a magnitude of miraculous. For the entirety of this 35mm diameter, you have then got, again, that all-important colour quality, being this deep, rich, tealy green blue. And it is Type A, you'll notice on the title, Type A referring, world-renowned within the industry of jadeite. Type A is that official certification that we know means pure, means natural, means perfect quality of crystallisation. It's not been dyed, it's not been heated, not been treated in any which way. This is exactly as it came out of the earth. So when we have really, really witnessed the scale of size of this, and then also fully appreciate that it is exactly as Mother Nature created it, it wows me every time. And so it is this piece, totally deserving of the magnificent carving that we are looking at here today again, aren't we? The dragon, that powerful fantasy creature. Can you see the claws that he's grasping, that giant pearl within? Have you heard the stories, the tales to be told? Can you see the scales? Every single part of this hand carved within. And I was talking about, it's not just, you know, the front face kind of appearance of it, but it's the depth of the carving. It's all perfect, isn't it? This again, one off, only one in the world for one collector here today. You have got the option for a split pay as well, don't forget. And our grand finale opportunity of our birthday. It's a spectacular show to be tuning in for. Thank you again for joining me. And this piece could well be your piece that you always remember moving forward as your collection continues to grow, as your journey continues to grow and you're building your legacy. This will be the piece that you always look at with a smile on your face, proud as ever to own it. And you remember, that was the one from that gala show, the 12th birthday of Gemcollector. And it was me that got it. Not anyone else in the world. Just you and you only as the sole owner of it. Imagine that feeling. Three-way split. Free certificate of authenticity, 30-day money-back guarantee. It's all included, don't forget, everything included with any one of our treasures. This one in particular being number 10. There's a lot of individuals looking at this on both the website, the app, however it is that you're watching here today. If you're watching on Sky TV or on YouTube or Facebook Live, hello, thank you for joining us. If we haven't met before, my name's Foxy. I'm here as your GIA Gemstone professional tonight. This is a one-off exclusive evening gala showcase. It's just for 2 hours, you know, to bring our birthday to an end. It's been a fantastic 12 days, but as this is the last day, we're just bringing you these 2 hours as an extra special treat to say farewell to the celebrations as we then continue through the next year. And of course, give thanks to you guys, our collectors. But if you're watching on Sky, Sky or, apologies, Facebook or YouTube, then brilliant to have you with us. But I would always recommend, if you really want to use this channel to your advantage, whilst I'm here and I'm live, you can message into the show. You can see all the stones that we have in the hour straight away. You can look at all of them now and start rummaging. You can start checking out on them. My recommendation would be get to gemcollector.com and click watch live that way, so that you can again benefit from everything on one page. Seeing all the stones available, messaging me in, again asking any questions or requesting to see pieces that you would like to have a little look at. This one at number 10. Very, very popular, but of course only one exists in the world, so good luck indeed. Now, again, number 3 on and gone, number 5 on and gone, sold out. Number 6, thank you again for the request for those pieces. This one's number 10, which was requested. Trevor. Mary Light's arrived. I read that sometimes it can change to UV. I gave it a try myself and got the odd red flash from some of the facets. Ooh, I've never seen that myself, Trevor, so that's very exciting. Next time I get to look at one, I will definitely give it a go myself. Now, also very heavily requested, we do have number, I think it was number 7, number 9, Becky number 7, Michael number 7, Collection Go to London number 7. Okay, so we're going to go to number 7 for sure. And don't forget again, our Amber is coming up as one of our massive special evening launches and birthday deals very shortly. But first, number 7. As you so desire. This is the Smithsonite. The rare collection. I think that immediately gets us all very intrigued, doesn't it? It gets us all very exciting. From the rare collection, this must be something definitely very, very special. And it certainly is. Any gemstone, of course, is a rare miracle of Mother Nature. All of them are, but different levels of rarity, understandably. Now, Smithsonite, if we're talking about it kind of in general, Smithsonite, again, super special rarity in its own right, but normally collected as a mineral. So you'd see it as a piece of rough, and that would be it. It would be, you know, a specimen that you'd simply collect and pop on a shelf. Not necessarily formed with a good enough density and crystal so that it can withstand then being shaped and polished and cut, because that would be the higher level of quality. If you can find the higher level of quality in the gemstone version of it, and that would be, again, fantastic. It would normally be a cabochon, nice smooth kind of polishing, and it would look very similar to Larimar, if you've ever seen one of those. Lovely, lovely appearance. So you get maybe like a white, pearlescent kind of body, and then little marble moments of some blues in there. That would be a beautiful gem quality Smithsonite that you'd hope to find. This piece, not normal. Not normal. Even in the conversation of Smithsonite's rare and then the best version of Smithsonite, gem quality, would be that cabochon white and blue marble. Even in that entire conversation of, okay, what's the best of the best, this would never even be spoken about. This would never, ever even remotely cross anybody's mind as something that would be possible from this stone. This is a ridiculous extent of what no one would ever have even thought possible. This stone, for a Smithsonite, is the finest ever discovered on planet Earth. And then in terms of what it looks like, think of one of the most expensive stones on planet Earth we're already aware of. Battaglia Pareva Tourmaline. Millions of dollars, aren't they? The original Brazilian Battaglia Pareva Tourmaline. Millions of dollars when they look that bright paradise Windex blue. You know what I'm talking about? All because of that colour. This stone not only is a one-of-a-kind, finest Smithsonite grade in the world, but this stone, single-handedly providing us with an appearance, with a natural colour that in the very, very few times in history has been seen elsewhere, has always hit the height of exotic collections, the height of the highest valued stones on the planet. Battaglia Pareva Tourmaline, millions of dollars. In the few examples of when it ever grew with colour like this, and even still they would have been understandably heat treated. This stone has been able to deliver it to us here today as a single one-of-a-kind piece, all the way from the Congo, certified and confirmed completely natural, and quite simply a stone. I would say it was a bucket list piece, but if a stone's on someone's bucket list, it's because people at least know about it. This is a bucket list stone if you are, and only if someone would ever be remotely experienced enough or lucky enough to know that it physically exists. And here, for us, that is exactly the situation. This would be one of your greatest purchases, a stone that I would definitely recommend. Always, of course, enjoy it, keep it safe, keep it sound, go and get it valued every couple of years and just see how that climbs, because this really is super impressive. Over £2,000 when it was first booked into our vault quite a while ago as part of our rare collection. It has been on display for a while, but now we're lucky enough to have it here and physically purchase this piece. I should be going to £599, but here's the birthday. It's the grand finale. This is the evening gala show, and this is going to go to the lowest possible price that you could ever possibly dream of. Also coming in with a split pay as well. Don't forget to use all of the other things that we have to offer to make it even easier to get you stones from us here, like Again, split pay option is always there, doesn't cost you anything extra. You're always going to get your free certification. You always get your lovely free gemstone pot. If you're joining Gemcollector for the first time, you get a nice little welcome package with pots and with gorgeous display boxes as well. And there's, of course, a 30-day money-back guarantee across the board. So you've got loads of time to get them home, see them in the flesh before even having to make your mind up. Complete peace of mind. That's priceless, isn't it? Complete peace of mind. So get this piece home. See this for yourself. See this colour in the flesh, because it's going to blow your mind. You're going to want to dive into it. Again, it's here at number 7, highly requested, but only one exists in the world. So very, very good luck. Very good luck. Michael says, yeah, normally anywhere between $200 to $250 per carat for special faceting. And then oh no, for faceting, and then special lapidary and faceting can be $500 up to have your gemstones cut. There we go. So Michael knows with his experience. Thank you, Michael. Suja, hello, great to see you today. Is this a one-off show, Emily, or is this an everyday thing? It's a one-off for this evening. It is our last day of the Gem Collector 12th birthday. It's the grand finale, so it is a nice little one-off 2-hour special for you tonight. So I'm really honoured to be here with you to bring the birthday to a close. I must keep rocking and rolling. We are so busy, which is lovely to see. Thank you for joining me. Straight into number 8. As you can imagine... As I just mentioned from the previous piece, as you can imagine, this is not something that I ever would have expected to see in my entire career. So there's definitely not many of them at all. There's only 2 in the world. There was the piece at number 7 we've just had on in the cushion shape, one of a kind in the world, and then this piece, one of a kind in the world. So that's the 2 that I'm referring to. There is no more. There will be no more. It's as simple as that. This is it. This one at number 8, 3.55 carats in total. Once again, completely natural in that beautiful, wide, curvaceous, plump-bottomed pear shape. And again, down she goes. Oh, it's that exclusive birthday deal. Number 8, immediately sold out, not surprised at all. Congratulations, Debbie. There she is. Debbie says, lovely to see you on this on at this time, Emily. I've missed Gem Collector being on at tea time. Anyway, great to have you here, even if it's just for the 2 hours with a nice little smiley face. It is a pleasure to be here, Debbie. Thank you for joining me, and well done on your treats. Goodness me, you're on fire today. Now, from number 8, again, on, gone, and sold out very quickly. I did also promise number 9 for you, which is super, super popular. This is also only one. And not long at all until we go to our big gala star buy at number 1 with the amber. This piece at number 9, that purple sapphire. Oh, it's from Madagascar. Oh, my goodness. Do you know how difficult it is to get anything from Madagascar now? Wow. And what a beautiful colour as well. We know the legend of sapphires, of course we do. They're the number 1 coloured gemstone of popularity across the planet. But even still, purple is just not easy to come across, even for us. It's extremely limited, incredibly scarce, but strikingly beautiful, isn't it? This is just one purple sapphire only, the very one. Lovely heart-shaped, brilliant cut as well, with all the gorgeous sparkle you can see there. Highly popular, as I mentioned on the web and on the app. I can see so many of you clicking on this, but I don't know who's going to get it. I'll just do everything within my power, as I always do, to get this. Oh, now that is silly. That is very silly. For purple sapphire, I mean, they're that difficult to even find. And I'm talking genuine purple sapphire, of course. Anyone can find a fake, anyone can find an imitation, anyone can find a lab grown, by all means. I'm talking specifically real purple sapphire that's come from the earth. Genuine material, this one again being mined out of the earth in Madagascar. By the time you narrow it down to that, not easy to find at all. And if you do know where to look, if you can come across some, they are never in a million years anywhere. For this kind of carat weight, 30 points, I wouldn't even imagine. Under 300 would be a push, to be honest. Like I said, if you're happy to go with imitation, if you're happy to go with highly treated, if you're happy to go with lab grown, fair enough. But if you want to be, as all of us are here, Gem Collector of the natural world, this is it. Again, number 9, good luck. Hello, Satvir says, hi, beautiful Emily and Gem Collectors. How are you? Lovely to see you on the evening. Just chilling out after doing some designing earlier. Ooh, this is exciting. Thank you for joining us, Satvir, as always. She's chilling out on this lovely Sunday night. Now, number 1. Are you ready? Are you ready? Now, if I just press this button here and load this in. Oh, I mean, I knew this was going to be popular, but as I've just loaded this in, for the quantity that I have, right? Again, this is brand new. This is especially a piece, literally for us here, for tonight, for the grand finale of the 12th birthday. So this is a very, very big deal, this auction. I can see people that are looking at this on Gemporia.com, on Gemcollector.com, on the Gemporia app. Everyone that is watching right now on one of the digital platforms where they can click and they can have a little look and they're showing interest or putting it in their baskets, I can literally see those numbers on my screen. And for the quantity of people that are doing that and showing interest in this piece, compared to the quantity of stones that I physically have available, it's not enough. We are way oversubscribed. So that immediately gives me a sense of, I don't want to disappoint anyone. Of course I don't. I never do. I'm here as your fairy gem mother. I'm here as your gemstone assistant. I want to make these gemstone dreams come true and be possible for everybody. Just like Gemporia made it possible for me. As a little girl, Emily never thought I'd own, real treasure, and Gemporia and Gemcollector changed that for me. And I want to pass that on to you. But the reality of it is, when we're dealing with real, genuine miracles from the earth, they're always going to be limited. So I'm giving you that complete, open disclosure and open honesty right now. If you want this piece, I don't have enough in comparison to the amount of people that are showing interest on the web and the app. That's me just letting you know straight off the bat. But jumping into what this is. This is one of my personal favourite stones as well, actually. And can you think right now for yourself personally, we've all had our own journeys when it comes to our gemstone collecting and it comes to our wonderful hobby, and possibly for some of us, of course, maybe your career and your business. Can you think all the way back to, the first possible moment that you maybe came across a gemstone? You maybe had an experience with a genuine gemstone or with a mineral of some sort. And it could literally be from childhood. It could be not necessarily even in a way that you would expect, because it was, like for me personally, I can think of moments with my aunties or, my nan or my grandma's jewellery and things like that. That would be kind of an obvious way that some of us might have had experiences. But it could also be a way that you wouldn't really expect. And for me, it's this stone that was one of the first ever stones that little girl Emily with her frilly white socks and her big mouth, as my mum always says, genuinely that I remember and being completely fascinated by. And do you know why it was? It was because of the film Jurassic Park. I know. And this is what I mean in terms of like those experiences. They might come from a completely unexpected, place. The film Jurassic Park, which is, of course, a classic. I'm talking about the original. Forget all the others. I'm talking about the original. When that film first came out, in terms of movie production, in terms of, the way that films were physically created, it was revolutionary. It changed everything. And I'm just talking about the film industry in terms of how they were able to put this film together. But there is actually, if you think about that original story and the storyline, the whole concept of the movie, yes, it's about, of course, they had dinosaurs. We know that dinosaurs, they become extinct. We're talking about the Jurassic era, which was 75 million years ago. And so there's this extraordinary movie where, goodness me, they've got dinosaurs. You can go to this park and you can actually see real dinosaurs that they have been able to almost regenerate. They've been able to recreate real animals. But how did they do it? And I know this sounds wild considering we're talking about gemstones. How did they do it? Right at the beginning of the movie, if you remember, there was the gentleman Richard Attenborough, who played the owner of the park. And this lovely older gentleman, he had a walking stick. He had this, right on the top of his walking stick, this big ball of cognac orange-coloured amber. Do you remember? That is where it all started. That is where it all started. And again, I know that it might sound silly, I'm talking about a movie, but the concept of that movie was that they had this ball of amber, and inside that really lovely, gorgeous, golden, glowing piece of amber, there was a big insect. There was a big mosquito, if you like. And that mosquito was from the Jurassic era. It was something that was found perfectly preserved inside this piece of amber. And because that insect, that mosquito, was alive during, dinosaur times, it, of course, as mosquitoes do, they land on you and they suck your blood. It was landing on dinosaurs and it was sucking their blood. And so
inside this mosquito's tummy, still, 75 million years later, there was the blood of a dinosaur, the DNA of a dinosaur, or multiple dinosaurs that it had fed on. And so, in the movie, they found this piece of amber. They were able to extract the DNA of the dinosaurs from that insect, and they were able to then put it into the lab, and we all know the rest. They made dinosaurs, right? And again, I know that sounds completely wild. I'm not saying that we can make dinosaurs. I'm not saying anything like that. But there is accuracy, there is truth to that entire concept and to the beginning of that movie, because the truth is, amber does have that skill. It does have this extraordinary and quite literally really important ability to preserve life exactly as it was in the moment that it got trapped inside that amber. Whether it was leaves, whether it was plants, whether it was animals and creatures, anything that got stuck inside that amber from all of those millions of years ago would have then been immediately frozen in time from the exact moment. And so as we then have been able to discover amber all these years later, amber single-handedly, and now putting the movie to one side for a second, the truth is that amber is the most important gemstone for humankind in terms of our knowledge of the history of our planet, because it has single-handedly allowed us to learn about over 11,000 different species that don't exist anymore. We know about over 11,000 different types of creature, of insect, of animal, of plant life, purely because we found them preserved in amber. They're not creatures that live, during human times. We only solely know about that past because, again, of this stone. So it has been the most important discovery to all of our knowledge of a time that is now lost. That's the truth of it. And so, again, the film Jurassic Park, it was built around that very, very true concept. So this stone, for me, it's one of the first stones that I can ever possibly remember, seeing or, looking and learning about because of that film that then sparked this interest of an incredibly important talent that it has. This is your chance to own a piece of amber, and this particular piece, especially here for our birthday, especially here for our grand finale, wow, especially here for our gala evening tonight, this is the star buy of star buys. Because I could have brought to you any size of amber, I could have brought to you all sorts of different versions of material, but we have gone big. For one auction only, for one very special evening show, we have brought to you a giant specimen of genuine amber. This is the most famous amber in the world as well, because it is the Baltic material. World famous, very, very highly regarded with collectors. And goodness me, they are so expensive. I was very lucky, actually, a couple of years ago to go to Poland myself for my best friend's hen do. We actually decided to go to Poland. Never been to Krakow before. And it was a gorgeous place. If you've never been, I definitely recommend it. But as you can imagine, if we're talking about Polish, Baltic amber, most famous in the world, most people think, right, if I'm going to a place where a certain gemstone is found, surely if I go to that location, I'm going to get it cheaper, right? So I was really intrigued. Am I going to see any fantastic amber when I'm in Poland? And I did. I was really, really very happy that in the centre of Krakow, I've managed to find quite a few wonderful places that had genuine Polish amber like this piece. But my goodness me, I was not expecting the prices. I know that they're always going to be more expensive than the deals we can do here at Gemcollector, but gee whiz. A piece that, bearing in mind, this was 42 by 20 mil, 20 carats, for a piece that was less than a third of the size we're looking at here today, less than a third. It was the equivalent, once I worked out the currency exchange, it was the equivalent for a small, it would have been maybe 10 to 15 millimetres in size. It was the equivalent to over £300. Seriously. But that's the reality of it. That is the reality. That is the value of treasure like this. And so not only are we lucky to see pieces like this, to collect pieces like this, to have then the knowledge and the fascination of what it physically is, it is. And what would have started off as tree sap from those ancient forest trees millions and millions of years ago, that has then, of course, trapped all the life inside it. It is then, as the moisture has evaporated, again, over millions of years, out of the material, it started to solidify, keeping that life perfectly preserved within it. But the fact that it has then been so important to our progression, our knowledge, our research of the planet and of the history of Mother Nature, it's an essential, in my opinion, for every single one of us. Whether you're looking at this from a collector's point of view, you know, putting it on display, you could pop this, of course, into a piece of jewellery by all means. But just stripping it back for a second, forgetting about the luxury of, you know, having this in jewellery, the luxury of having this in a lovely frame on display. For me, the number one, first and foremost, top reason as to why to own this is because of what it has done for us as humans. What it has allowed us to know, to learn about, all thanks to its preservation qualities. Definitely one of the most fascinating stones that you can get your hands on. Every one of them will have so much intrigue inside it as well. And as our huge birthday special here today, you might be thinking, well, what are you going to do on price then? So I'm going to get going with that. Apologies. I know I'm very passionate. I am obsessed with this stone. Like I said, I've known about this from a very, very young age. It's one of the first stones that I have in my memory of learning about or coming across and experiencing. And so for you, my collectors, our Gem Collector community, as we give thanks on this 12th birthday, the grand finale of the 12th birthday here this evening, it's really important for me to be able to share that love, to share that passion with other like-minded collectors across the world. It's so personally important for me to be able to do that so that you can also have that same experience and enjoy this material. This is number one. I've gone immediately already lower again, slashing it in half. I've gone now down to under £100. In reality, recommended retail price, goodness me, we should be talking hundreds into even the thousands for a sizable material like this. But from 200 to 100, what would you say if I was to take this lower again? I'm going to take this now under 80. We've got so many collectors here. Oh, Michael, lovely stuff. We're talking about some of our favourite stones, favourite experiences of Gem Collector over the last couple of days, perhaps over the last few years. Michael's reminiscing on a fantastic ruby that he's managed to get himself. Oh, thank you, Michael. Where have you sent that to, my darling? I'll have a little look. Keith says, yes, one of my favourite pieces is my wonderful piece of amber, and I got a fly in it as well. That's so cool, Keith. So, so cool. Graham in Bristol, great to have you with us. Way back, I managed to get my mother a piece of amber in a brooch. After her passing, I was able to inherit the brooch back. It's one of the most precious things to me. That's from Graham in Bristol. What a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. That would have, I'm sure your mum, when you gifted your mum the amber brooch, I'm sure your mum was just completely and utterly besotted with it and over the moon. And the fact that she would have had such happiness, such joy from that gift from you, all, you know, perfectly captured as she wore it as well within the memory of that. And for you to then be able to have that back, I totally understand, Graham. That's a gorgeous thing. That's a gorgeous memory. We all have so many beautiful relationships with our gemstone treasures. and as Gemcollector being this community that it is, so many of you tuning in today across the world as part of our community, thank you for your company. Thank you for celebrating 12 years of Gemcollector. And as we give thanks to you in the best way that we always can, the best possible way, we bring you these special opportunities with these fantastic gemstone auctions. And then we make it as easy as possible with affordability for us to all be able to achieve them as well. Thank you, Debbie in Northamptonshire, for your message. She says, you look stunning, like you're an Oscar red carpet lady, ready, you'd be the star. Bless you, thank you so much. Captain Sparky joining us as well, and our lovely Jocelyn, thank you for being here tonight for our grand finale. He says, my goodness, Foxy, you're looking stunning. Thank you so much. This is a very, very special evening as our grand finale of the 12th birthday. This fantastic piece again, manager special. We've got exclusive deals. Only a 2-hour show. Remember, we're here at 7 until 9. So literally, we just hit 8 o'clock actually. So we've only got 1 hour remaining. But I had to bring you this as our huge kind of everyone get involved auction, if that makes sense. As we go into the hour next up, for the final hour, if you like, of the birthday, 8 until 9, there is nothing else like this, I must assure you. This is the sole only opportunity, the only auction quite like it within the entire selection. Again, there is a couple of them available in quantity, and you are welcome to have as many as you like until they've sold out, or until I have to move on to the next hour. So in this very moment, getting this is really one of the most crucial things. And so many of you already had. I know we've got Collector and Go to Manchester's there. We've got Collector and Go to London. Well done. Keith in Worcestershire again is on it. Becky in Hampshire. Bravo to you, my lovely. I want to say a big warm welcome, if I haven't already, to Leslie in Hampshire. Again, Michael in Gloucestershire joining us. Debbie in Staffs. So many happy collectors. We've got Susan in Lancashire. Hello to you. Can I have the Queen Conk demo, one with the cross, please? Of course you can, my darling. Now, I know, again, we have already hit 8 o'clock. But I'm happy to run over because we did start the show a few minutes late today. And again, I'm very sorry about that. That was me being an idiot with technology. And I will happily, as much as we're here, supposed to be here until 9 o'clock, if it hits 9 o'clock and I need to carry on going, I will happily carry on going. I'm not in a rush to go home. I'll happily just stay as long as I need to. So right here, right now, we have number 1 on your screen, which was the fantastic piece of amber. As always, only available until I bring this hour to an end, and then everything will disappear. But at £49.99, I've already got loads of you checking out. I could leave it there. I could absolutely leave it there and move straight on. I should, in theory, leave it straight there and move on. But it's the birthday. It's the last hour of the birthday. And so, I'm going to go final squeeze. Final squeeze for this piece. If you've already checked out on this, huge congratulations. Don't forget, everyone pays the final low price, so don't worry if you checked out when it was at £200, if you checked out when it was at £100, if you checked out when it was at £80 perhaps, or even at £50. Everyone will only ever pay the final low price together, which is now grand finale deal of simply $39.99 all in for you. This, again, only available right here, right now for the grand finale of our birthday. And because it is officially over 8 o'clock, it's now only technically whilst the graphics are live. Just to let you know, it's technically only whilst the graphics are live. We've now got Leslie grabbing one for yourself. Again, by all means, you can have as many as you like in terms of quantity if you want to check out a couple of them. You've got a 30-day money-back guarantee, don't forget. So plenty of time to get it home, see it for yourself in the flesh. 30-day refund money-back guarantee. It's still going to come with a free certificate of authenticity. You'll get it home quite quickly as well. But it is strictly only available for you to purchase just for the last couple of minutes now of this hour. Now, I'm going to leave that there just for a moment. Number 2, thank you, Debbie, so much for your patience with me, gorgeous lady. Isn't this? I've never seen anything like this, Debs. I've never seen anything like this. I've been so lucky to see Burmese jadeite in lots of different examples. I've never, ever seen anything remotely like this at all, Debbie. Like, genuinely. And I'm talking about it in so many ways as well. I've never seen a carving like it. And I've never seen colours like this. Oh, it looks good on the camera, but you've got to see it in the flesh, really. You've got to. It is like the most beautiful... No, the camera's not picking that up at all, as it looks to naked eye. It's this really... It's kind of like a golden, reddish auburn. How does my... It's very similar to my dress. I can't see how that quite looks. Very, very similar. It's like a copper, a reddy copper kind of colour. And then look, the gradient of the colour is extraordinary. Then you've got this olive green, and then this red pop. I've honestly never seen one like it, Debs, ever. Again, totally understandable as to why there's only one in the world. And it's officially yours, you superstar. Congratulations. I won't dilly-dally, of course, because, again, we are out of time. Completely out of time. It must be one of the most spectacular, standout, one-of-a-kind jadeites literally you could ever discover because of those colours alone, let alone then the quality and the carving. So huge congratulations to you, lovely lady. You know the situation. There's a split pay, there's your certification, money back guarantee, etc., etc. Down... Oh, can I go a bit lower than that? It's supposed to be 299. Can I do that? I might get into trouble. But it is the birthday. It is the birthday. Yes, I've gone lower. I've got a lot lower. That's from our lovely Debbie there at number 2. Thank you, my gorgeous. Sounds like a gem collector lock-in. Evening, Foxy, says Kyle. Hello, Treacle. It certainly is. Vashi says, hello, Foxy. Looking fab as always. How are you? I'm all gravy, baby. Thank you for your company, Vashi. I hope you're well. Beautiful olive green with the jadeite as well. There's Sasavi. There you go. So you can see it. Fantastic. And so, again, I know we're out of time. I'm just going to quickly squeeze in the Queen Conch for our lovely collector, Susan in Lancashire, who requested to see it before this hour disappears. There's only a couple of these left. Just the last few chances. Let me zoom back out a second. And this is that gorgeous cross piece as well. Fantastic, hand-carved. Just the last few chances. And you'd be happy to know as well, Susan, they're in a last-of-stock sale deal for these. Last-of-stock sale deal. For the rarest shell in the world. The Queen Conch, only found in the Bahamas. One in millions to ever make it to queen age and status. And so, highly elusive, but you've got last few chances here on this piece, under 30, which is rather savvy, at number 16. Thank you, Susan. I'll leave that live just for a second to give you the last few chances to grab it. So that was number 16, wasn't it? And then... Oh, did you want me to... OK, bear with. I'm just going to load back in then, number 1. Like I said, I know we're over time. We started the show a few minutes late, which I was very upset about, and I'm so sorry that you had to wait a little bit longer. But I am so happy on this Sunday evening to stay as long as, basically as long as I want to. We're just having a lock-in. So we are over time in this hour. We're going to load up the next hour very shortly. I'll go to a little break, and then I'll come back for the final hour. But if I need to run over, I can stay here as long as I like, and I will just keep going through every one of our lovely auctions for as long as we need to. So please don't worry at all about our little delay, because it will not hold us back whatsoever. I've just loaded back in number 1 because our gorgeous Martin just said, can you load it back in, please? So here it is. Let me pop that back onto the screen for you. And the graphics are live. So you can only check this piece out just whilst the graphics are physically live. So it's just for a few moments, my darling. Unfortunately, as soon as the graphics get cancelled out and I load in the next hour, it will disappear. So that's why I just thought I'd give you a couple of seconds to do that and not miss it. I myself am going to go to a little break, and I'm going to get the next hour ready. Our grand finale of the birthday will continue with something I'm very passionate about, very, very excited about. If you know me well enough, there's a few things. How should I say this? There's a few things in this world that I'm obsessed with. Of course, genuine gemstones are one of them. Cake, definitely also one of them. Trainers, obviously. there's something else you might have heard me talk about that I'm really passionate about. And you'd never normally expect those two things to cross over. Can anyone think what it is that I'm referring to? By all means, a little bit of fun, have a guess, send in a message. Nothing to do with gemstones, you might think. What's another thing that I'm obsessed with? Because it's a big clue as to what's coming up. Very shortly, just after this.
Watch Gemcollector live on Facebook and YouTube, or tune in anytime through our app and website. Stay up to date with the latest gemstone finds, exclusive deals and expert insights, wherever you are.
Ready to join Gemcollector? Here's a quick guide. First, go to gemcollector.com. Click the person icon in the top corner. Type your email address and hit continue. Fill in the short form with your email and a secure password, and hit create account. That's it. You're now ready to start your gem collecting hobby.
Gemcollector is live every day from 1 p.m. till 5 p.m. Join us on Facebook, YouTube, our app or our website to discover stunning gemstones, exclusive deals and expert insights, wherever you are.
At Gemcollector, we want to make your life as straightforward as possible. That's why you can enjoy a 30-day money-back guarantee, just one P&P charge no matter how many times you order in a day, and a free telephone number for hassle-free shopping. Gem buying made simple.
It's where the world of gemstone collecting comes to life. Whether you're just starting out or you're already passionate about this rewarding hobby, we're here to inspire and guide you.
Our channel offers an incredible variety of gemstones from around the globe. From timeless classics like rubies and emeralds to rare and exotic gemstones, there's always something to spark your interest.
More than just a showcase, we aim to educate you by providing so much more insight into each gemstone's origin, history, and unique characteristics, making it easy to grow your knowledge and appreciation for this extraordinary hobby.
Gemcollector helps you build your collection and connect with a vibrant community of gemstone enthusiasts.
Go over to our website or download the Gemporia app to discover how rewarding gemstone collecting can be here with us at Gemcollector.
So one of the things that's really set us apart as a group of companies over the last 2 decades is actually having your feet on the ground. And as a group of companies, we've always made sure that that was our priority. We understand that being at a primary source, being able to actually go to a location, puts you in a very strong position. And that's why over the last 20 years, you've watched us go and find you diamonds from Canada, watched us go into Burma to squeeze some of the finest jade and some of the most incredible rubies, watched us go to Nepal for some of the most incredible kyanite that the world has ever seen, not to mention covering the whole of Southeast Asia, into Africa, dare I say it, going all the way to the North Pole as well. We are explorers as well as storytellers, but it is that exploration that allows us to really not only show you the best out there or the stories behind them, but to also present you with some of the finest gemstones at some of the finest prices. I would like you to take consideration next time you walk into a jewelry store or next time you go to a website that sells jewelry and ask yourself this. Have they been to that location? Do they know who cut that? Do they know who set that? Do they know everything about that individual stone? Because if they don't, they are nowhere near what we can achieve for you here at Jewelry Maker, Gemporia or Gemcollector.
At Gemcollector, we make expanding your jewellery collection both exciting and risk-free. Here's how. In our reverse auctions, the price drops as you watch. Call or bid online to secure your piece. And know that no matter when you bid, you'll get the final low price. We even combine your orders with one simple delivery charge per day, and it's all backed by our 30-day money-back guarantee. So you can enjoy your gem collecting hobby hassle-free.
At At Gem Collector, we want to make your life as straightforward as possible. That's why you can enjoy a 30-day money-back guarantee, just one P&P charge no matter how many times you order in a day, and a free telephone number for hassle-free shopping. Gem buying made simple. At Gem Collector, we take pride in bringing you only genuine gemstones sourced from around the world. Every gemstone you purchase comes with an authenticity card, giving you complete confidence in its quality and origin. Shop with peace of mind, know you're getting a true piece of nature's beauty.
When we bring you a cut gemstone on any of our channels, you might just consider that something that's easy to do. You might just think that cutting a gemstone is something that can just be done by anyone around the world. You're wrong. Cutting takes a huge amount of intelligence, an incredible amount of maths and science to get right. Every individual gemstone has a different hardness, has a different refraction level, has a different way that it manages light, and also through different saturations and hues and tones, every gemstone has an individual technique for maximizing it. But what if I was to tell you the maths behind creating and cutting a gemstone is some of the most incredible detail that you would never ever consider? Do you know that there are specific ratios between having a gemstone cut, between the hue layer of the gemstone, between the girdle of the gemstone, the angles in which they are cut at, defining the amount of light that can come in or come out of a gem? Because we've been on your screens for the last 2 decades, you take it for granted. But next time you look on screen and you see something that's incredible, please consider not just the amount of time and the amount of effort that has been put into delivering that, but the amount of skills and expertise that we bring you every day here in our group of companies to deliver you excellence.
Did you guess it correctly? Did you guess it correctly? It's fabulous, isn't it? I am obsessed. Every single person I've told about this gemstone has immediately been like fascinated by it, and for you guys as collectors, obviously through and through, you're our Gem Collector community. So I've been here with you nearly 10 years, and you're the individuals that I get to, on a personal level, share my passion with more than anything. Because if you have a passion, if you have a hobby or a passion in something, there's one thing, you know, enjoying it for yourself and being able to get involved with it. But it's so much nicer when you then also have other people who also understand. They just get it. Do you know what I mean? And that's you for me. That's what you bring to the table for me. I get to come here and you know, very much enjoy my hobby and my passion with other people who just get it. So thank you for that. But again, talking about hobbies and passions, we all have, you know, various different interests and things that we like in the world. I've spoke loads of times over the last 10 years of being here with you about things that I do outside of Gemporium and Gem Collector. Gemstones through and through, you know, my number one, and it's also my career, but I've also got a cake business, so I like cake, and I'm a cake carving, sculpting specialist. I collect trainers, just for comfort and various other reasons of being coordinated, but I'm also a massive petrol head, like proper through and through. My dad was a mechanic from the age of 16 growing up. And so he's also, still to this day, I mean, he's retired now, and he is still completely and utterly, spends every moment that he has spare doing something to do with cars, to the point where, you know, I feel sorry sometimes for his partner, Julie. They've got a shed in the back garden, which is a normal size shed, but he's turned it into his workshop, and he's got like 5 cars in this shed. You might think, how has he done that? He's just got these cars, he's taken them apart into literal parts and then managed to get them all in his shed. So he's got like engines just kind of like hanging about, he's got car parts here, then everywhere. But my point is that from a young age, again, my dad passed that passion on to me. I didn't grow up watching, you know, girly cartoons. I grew up watching Top Gear. I grew up, you know, under the car whilst my dad was also saying, right, pass me this wrench or pass me this and this. So I am proper petrol head, and I race my own car that I've got. Very, very lucky to be able to have purchased my dream car myself, and it's just something that has always been part of me and who I am. And I know, again, I'm telling you this because this is another one of the reasons as to why I'm standing here today, just besotted and feeling very lucky, feeling very, very honoured to be able to have two of my passions, two of the things that make me who I am personally, come together in such an extraordinary way. Because this is Fordite. Now, for those of you that haven't come across this before, if you don't know what this is, I am going to explain exactly what it is. And you'll notice, if I just load up one of the graphics here for a second, some of them do say in the small print, they do say man-made. And you might be thinking, well, this is Gemcollector. We're the world's largest gemstone. We only deal with genuine gemstones, either from an organic formation or, crystallised, in the Earth's crust over millions of years. How does this necessarily fit into the channel? How does this fit into gemstone collecting? Well, this is that really rare exception to the rule. And if you think of the GIA, the biggest government body of gemstone professionals on the planet, they set the benchmark, they set the rules for the gemstone industry, and each individual type of stone that's discovered, the GIA are the ones that investigate it. The GIA are the ones that determine what's normal for a stone, what composition it's made out of, and where it comes from in the earth. And they literally tell us, okay, this is a stone that's normal to be this colour, it's normal to be this clarity, and so on and so forth. And so the GIA themselves, just to put this out there straight away for anyone that might be questioning it, in 2016 they published in the Gems and Gemology GIA official kind of documentation, they published an entire article about Fordite, deeming this and declaring this an official genuine gemstone. An official genuine gemstone. So that gives me, and in any conversation or question of, does this belong in the gemstone conversation? Does it belong here at Gemcollector? It gives me that absolute big thumbs up as to yes, it does, because the GIA, even that, the biggest government body of gemstone professionals and almost like the government of gemstones, they have deemed this an official gemstone. And so it's collectible for us on a gemstone conversation side of things, but it's also, because of the nature of what this is, it's very, very collectible and highly valued also in the motor industry as well. You think of how collectible it is to own, a classic car. Hugely expensive cars from various different makes and models throughout history. They can be worth millions of pounds because of what they are. And so this is a combination of both. And to find real Fordite, I cannot stress to you enough how difficult this is. It's seriously difficult because just like in any other conversation of gemstone, there can be man-made versions or lab-grown versions, and there can be fakes and imitations. This can also have, and there is, lots of fakes and imitations out there. And so this is another thing that comes with these pieces. You get the peace of mind of these are the real deal. They all come with your free certificate of authenticity, and by acquiring them from us, you are getting not just genuine Fordite, but it's the legitimate original material. This isn't something that would have been possible to physically form in the more modern day world. It is all about that original Ford factory in Michigan, Detroit. So talking about that, I'm going to explain for those of you that maybe haven't come across this before. This is starting off Ford, okay? Everyone knows about Ford. My car myself is a Ford. I'm sure many of you guys might drive a Ford yourself. When Ford originally started, it was in the 1920s. And it was one factory only that produced the original Ford cars. And it was, again, in Michigan, Detroit, America. As you can imagine, back in the 1920s and, the few decades that followed, the way that they produced cars and the way that these things were manufactured was also very different as to how they are today. And we're going to specifically be referring to, in this example, with how they painted the car parts. So you've got these huge, bodies of the car, you've got these huge side panels, you've got the doors, you've got the bumpers, you've got the bonnets. How were they being painted back then? They were being being painted by hand. They were being painted with literally a man and a spray gun, putting on those colours, right? And so each one of those car parts was put onto this rolling track, and it's there, it's suspended, it's being painted by hand with the big spray. As you can imagine, there's going to be overspray, and then it would move on to the next stage where the paint would then end up getting cured, because it has to be, really, really tough so that it can withstand the elements of, outside weather, etc. It gets cured, it gets heated up to a really extreme heat so that that paint properly solidifies. So that would be the general process of, back in the 1920s, the 30s, 40s, even all the way up to the end of the 70s, as to how these original cars, some of the first cars in the world, by the way, were being physically made. But talking about that overspray, as you can imagine, they're spraying so many different car parts, and as they're passing through, each layer of that overspray, it's building up on the tracks. It's building up on all of the different parts of those rolling tracks around where those car parts are. And so as it goes through the oven, as it goes through the heating process, if you like, it's not just the car part and the paint that is solidifying there, but it's also the overspray. It's also the sections on the track that is being heated up, that is being cured and solidified. And so as much as that one car part, that one bonnet might get taken off and, moved on to the next section, the tracks stay the same, and they just keep on looping back until the next bonnet gets popped onto it and the next door gets popped onto it. And so the overspray builds up and up and up and up in these layers of colour, in these layers of paint. Excuse me, I'm going to have a sip of my water. It's too much excitement. And so as those layers are building up, they end up eventually, we could be talking about 100, 200 layers that are now, if they've been heated every time, solid, cured again and again and again, and each one showing to us a different colour of perhaps the cars of that time. And these nice big chunks, they call them the slag, those nice big chunks eventually that have to be removed by the workers in the Detroit factory. Now, as much as they might have been told to throw them away, to discard of them, they knew that this was something very beautiful to look at. They knew that this was something really cool. And so a lot of the workers back in those days, over those decades, did actually quite sneakily pocket them, and they kept them. Now, it's thank goodness that they did that, because otherwise we would not have these pieces here today. Because that is what it is. It is those multiple layers of built-up paint, hardened and solidified again and again and again and again as it kept on rolling round, that have then formed into these nice big solid chunks. That is exactly what Fordite is. So it can't come from modern day car production, because they don't do it like that anymore. It can only come specifically, and this is again something you can also look at, in terms of the GIA and their conversation with it, for real, genuine, collectible Fordite, the Fordite that is worth a fortune to car collectors and enthusiasts, as well as gemstone collectors and enthusiasts. It has to be precisely from the original Detroit, Michigan Ford factory, which unfortunately is no longer, it's completely derelict, it's no longer open. Has to come from there, and it has to come from a select period of time, from starting in the 1920s going up to the late 70s. If it's not from that period, if it's not from that particular original factory, it is not the official legitimate Fordite, and it's not something that I personally would be interested in collecting. It has to be this precise. Now, because of, as you can imagine, also the colours that you can see, you can also then start to dig a little bit closer into kind of narrowing it down which era this might come from, right? And we'll talk more about that, but I'm going to jump into these pieces and I'm going to start reducing them down. We do have, excuse me, just a second, number 20 I'm going to reduce down in price for you, because that's $3.99. Number 21, $3.99. I think that's already come in. Yeah, fantastic. And then number 19. We do have really nice display options in this hour for you to put them in. And then we also have a couple of refurb pieces which will be going lower as well. Why is that not crashed? Why is that not crashed down? Is that crashed down on your graphics? $4.99. Fabulous. We do have a few refurb pieces which I will be touching base on towards the end. So I think number 14, 15, 16 and 17, they're refurbs, so they will be a little bit lower in price. But starting right up top with number 1, already sold out completely. This is our first glimpse of your Fordite. Now, I'm gonna race through all of these. I want to show you every single one of them, so that one, I can show them to you, and also I can make sure the prices crashed. I really want you to know this, because these stones each individually need to be seen. They each individually deserve to be properly looked at and investigated. They all come in their own little display box, as you can see here. As I roll through, if you personally have checked out one of them and you want me to open precisely that specific box so that I can show it to you on the side, I can show it to you from the back, you might want to see it again on the hand, for example, please do message me in and just say, Foxy, I've checked out number, whichever it is, can you get it out of the box for me? And I will absolutely happily do that. I can either do it when I get to that number, or if I go all the way through them, show all of them and drop them all down, then I go back through my messages and I will absolutely happily go back and open boxes as well. But just purely for convenience and maximum efficiency to make sure they all come on, I am just, for beginning anyway, going to leave them in their boxes. This one at number 1, Paul in Greater London's got it. Well done to you, Paul. 12.4 carats in total. That's 26 by 20 mil. And because of the nature of these, I just want to reiterate, I want to make it absolutely clear for your knowledge that each one of them is only one. I do not have quantity on any of them. So when I bring on number 1, you check out number 1, this is the one you're going to get. If you've checked out number 7, when I bring number 7 on, the exact piece I show is the exact piece that you will get. They're all just one only in the world. So this one at number 1, first glimpse of it. If you've never seen Fordite before, what's your first thought? It's incredible to look at, isn't it? And you really now start to see exactly what I was talking about. Those layers of time, those layers of history, those layers of colours. And have you ever been and bought a car new? I know it's something that most people would have never done. Maybe let's think about this. We're in 2026. Maybe 10 years ago. Yeah, and before that. So it's probably only roughly in the last 10 years that it became a little bit more of a popular thing, or a common thing for people to be able to get a brand new car from the factory, right? Or at least in my experience growing up, at least in my family. Most of the time you'd get a car and it might be a couple of years old, right? But in the last 10 years, there's all these new things like, you can get a PCP, you can get a payment plan and all that jazz. And so it's a little bit more common now that we can go and get a brand new car. And so if any of you guys have ever been lucky enough to have that experience, when you're actually talking to the car salesman, they give you a chart of colours, don't they? They give you a paint chart. And they'll say, right, these are the standard colours that are included in the price of the car. These are the slightly more premium colours that will be an additional however much. And then there might be another small selection of a paint chart, which are the proper fancy paints, the proper fancy colours. Oh, hang on, I wrote in the wrong graphics there, sorry. There we go. And so you get a nice selection, but then over the years, they might change the options. So I remember the first time I was ever lucky enough to do it, I got myself a nice, it was a Ford, it was a nice little Ford hatchback when I think I was like 23 or something. And there was, the classic, there was like a silver, a black, a white, and then a red. And then if you wanted to pay extra, you could have the option for extra. You could maybe get a blue or a green or something like that. And then 5 years later, going back in again, they've changed it. And so the premium colour is now some sort of red, or another version of maybe a gold or whatever else. And they keep changing them over the years. And that's something that has been quite similar through history, and all the way back to the 1920s, there definitely wasn't as many options. And so this is a really cool and key part of actually determining roughly when your Fordite, which decade, if you like, your Fordite came from. And so, and apologies for my silence a second, I just wanted to try and show you something. If you look at this, oh, can I get it to load? There we go. If you look at this on my phone, what have we got here? These are some of the original cars from, goodness me, nearly 100 years ago. They're amazing, aren't they, to look at? But notice the colours. Lots of neutrals. Black, grey, some creamy yellows, those deep, rich greens, and then there is a blue and a red. So this would have been around about the 1930s, okay? Right at the beginning in the 1920s, it was even more limited. There was a black, a creamy white yellow, I'd probably say cream or magnolia if you like. So black or magnolia, possibly a grey, and then premium would have been simply a deep, rich red or a deep, rich green. And so knowing that they were the kind of colours that they had available in those years, if you see a piece of Fordite and you see that it is primarily, and again if I show you back here on the camera there, if you look at this, what have we got? Black and white, and just a few layers of the neutral grey, and perhaps the deep red or blue as the premium paint options. So instantly, by recognising those colours, we can look at this piece and go, hang on, this would have been from the 1920s to the 1930s. In those decades, these were the colours that they offered for their cars. But then also using that same kind of knowledge, if you have a little look and you see yourself a piece of Fordite and it has, and I'm just going to use number one as an example going back a second, colours like this, well, this definitely was not even remotely close to the options that they would have had in the 20s and 30s. And I've actually got here, I managed to find, believe it or not, a paint chart from the 70s from the Ford Detroit options that they gave. Look at the difference from black, white, grey, and then maybe a blue and a, it's not a blue, sorry, a dark green and a dark red. The difference all those years later in how many colours, firstly, they can offer, but also following the times, the types of colour, the bright orange, the bright yellow, look at that neon green that you've got there. You can really determine that this was following on with the times, with the offerings that they have. And so we look at our Fordites, and I'm going to go straight over to number 3 next, and you can get definitely really, deep into the history and work out roughly which decade this came from by simply, again, assessing the colours that you've got. This one, Paul and Grade London again, number 1, 2 and 3, I think all of them had Paul and Grade London's name on. Well done to you, sir. This one looks like it must certainly be one of the oldest pieces for sure. Right, number 1, 2, 3, all sold out. Straight in to number 4. This piece, let's see if I can get a name. Whoa, look at the gold. Don't forget, they're all one-of-a-kind stones. No such thing as having two in quantity of any of these. Grace in Essex got this one. Well done, Grace. That lovely, lustrous, it's almost like a blushing gold colour. Again, right the way back to some of the earliest material there, for sure. Well done to our Grace for getting this piece at number 4. Number 5, this is the first set. Very interesting that we've been able to do this. A set of 2. This one is... Oh, no, sorry. I was going to speak to you soon, then I was going to say this one is available. But literally, as I was about to say that, it instantly went to sold out. I'm just zooming out ever so slightly here to give you an idea of the size of these. Each one of the boxes is the exact same black box as well. So that will also give you an idea of every one of them is very, very sizable. Every one of them pretty much fills up those individual pots that we're looking at here. This one, Nikki in Hampshire, as a nice little set of 2. That's rather devilish, isn't it? And by, again, assessing the situation of the colours, knowing what we know, I would also very much determine that these are some of the earliest pieces from the 20s and 30s based on the colours that you have within this partnership. Right, I'm just crashing that price down. That one was number 5. Number 6, straight over to, also sold out. Who's got this one as I load it in? 10 point... Oh, excuse me. Get it in the actual camera shot. 10.7 carats. Oh, this one's Keith in Worcestershire. There he is. Well done, you superstar. Thank you, Keith. Keith's been very savvy today, if I do say so myself. Very savvy. So, Keith, this one is yours again. Definitely looks to me like it is one of the oldest again. And down she goes to your price. Let me have a little look at these messages for a second. Apologies, I know I'm multitasking very badly here today. There's messages, there's sellouts, there's gemstones, there's buttons to be pressed. This set of 2, number 7, if I load this in. Again, sold out. This one's gone to Kyle. There he is, 10.5 carats across the 2 stones. And what patterns we've got here. Look at that. Really extraordinary, isn't it? Knowing, again, there's only ever going to be one like it in the world. I would say this was probably in the 30s from that pop of red. Still limited to those lovely kind of neutral colours, so it's definitely early doors, definitely early days. Some of the oldest material. That pop of red is quite striking, isn't it? That would have been, you know, it would have been a special order car, for example, if you think of it being a premium paint to have had some sort of either, you know, the red or the blue or the green. It would have been maybe one of their big celebrity clients, one of their big, very, very rich clients that have ordered that standout colour for that single order. Right, number 7 again, Kyle, for you, sir. Congratulations on this partnership. Number 8, I'm going to load in. And then whilst I've got this one on the screen, I'm then going to see if I can catch up on some of your messages, because there's a lot of them. Apologies. And thank you for your patience, as always. My goodness, that is a work of art. Satvir got this one. Yes, Satvir. Congratulations. So this one's, again, number 8 on the screen. Now, if I go to my messages, hello, Ricky, lovely to see you. He says, oh, my goodness, we've got 4 dies. I know, very exciting, isn't it? Very exciting. I guessed it right, says Satvir. Please, can I see number 8? Congratulations to you, my gorgeous. I've sent some pictures to your messenger, says Michael. I've also posted some of them on the Gemcollector Facebook page under the birthday grand finale. You're a superstar, Michael. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I look forward to having a little look. Big hello to Jay. Says, hey, Foxy, long time no see. Just found out before Christmas that I had to have some bowel surgery over the new year. Looking forward to a great year ahead now. Love to all. Well, Jay, I know, goodness me, there must have been a roller coaster of a time for you, my lovely. So I hope everything's gone well. And the fact that you're obviously incredibly positive, positive-minded, everything, sailed through it, and you're out the other side now, looking forward to a new year. That sounds really, really positive, my darling, and I'm looking forward to spending it with you, so thank you for that. Trevor says, gotta go, so farewell. Thank you, Trev. I will be back tomorrow and Tuesday as well, so excited already. Leslie, I know number 7 was your request. That's been on and gone. Satvir says, number 8 for me. Could I see mine out of the box, please? I've just read that in perfect timing, Satvir, whilst it's in my hand, so let's do that now. Not a problem at all. Not a problem at all. Let me open. Whoa. These are just... Oh. They are so cool. Can I say hello, by the way, to some of my car friends? This is very strange. Very strange. It's always big hellos to any of our gorgeous collectors tuning in the gemstone world. But like I said, I am a massive petrol head, and I do have a lot of car friends. I've got a few friendship groups where we do car meets and go racing at various track days, etc. And because of the nature of this material, I know a lot of my car friends are tuning in today to catch these pieces as well. So hi, hello, hello. This. Oh, Satvir. Look. Wow. Extraordinary. Like I said, every one of them a total one of a kind. Total one of a kind. That one at number 8 on gone and sold out. I'm just going to pop that back in the box for our lovely Satvir. Thank you so much, my lovely. Click that back in place. And then number 9. We shall move immediately to. Now, number 9 is available. I know we are looking at a complete sellout show, the way that things are going, but at the moment, this one is available. If you're just tuning in, if you haven't grabbed one yet, 9.8 carats, all totally one only, like, oh, look at it, like it in the world, and very intricate patterns that we can see with lots of sparkle. Definitely, again, one of the older materials with those neutral hues and just the odd banding of the darker rich reds in there again. What a beauty this is. A real moment of history, a real moment of again, the motoring industry history as well. And they are, I can assure you, very, very expensive. Whichever way you try and acquire these, they are seriously collectible for car enthusiasts and gemstone collectors alike. This particular piece here at number 9, 9.8 carats. And, do you know what? This is a bit naughty. Yeah, this is very naughty. Here at number 9, I can take this one under 50. Good luck to you. Straight over to number 10 next. It's almost like a bullseye with this one. 9.7 carats. Look at that! And it's already gone. Tracy in Buckinghamshire, congratulations to you, Tracy. This is your very piece. I'm doing my best to whip them down in price as soon as I can, but thank you for your patience. I know it's very busy here today. That one was number 10. Number 11, straight over. Lovely elongation. This one's gone to Becky. There she is. Ooh, Becky. There's a bit of a bullseye going on there. And those gorgeous dark colours, but such a strike of contrast through those stripes and those layers of history again. This one's officially yours, Becky. Well done at number 11. Number 12 loading in. Now this, I would say this must be one of the oldest. This absolutely must be one of the oldest, again, based on those neutral hues. This one's gone to Leslie in Hampshire at number 12. Well done. Okay, again, sell out, sell out, sell out. Just looking across the across my screen here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 sold out. Every single one of them. Number 11 sold out. Number, where's my screen gone? 12 sold out, which is in my hand as we speak. Number 13 is coming up next. So that leaves literally number 13 to number 18 left to bring on. And as mentioned at the beginning, some of these are refurb. I think it's number 14 onwards, but I will double check that in a second. Yeah, so this was number 13, and it is available. 8.7 carats. Really interesting patterns that we've got there again. Look at that. So much metallic sparkle. They didn't actually have metallic as an option with that kind of glisten that you can see here right at the beginning. So this would definitely lead me to believe that we are looking more into the 30s with the kind of colours and then the sparkle that we've got here. But again, it is available for one collector only. And down she goes, under £50 there at number 13. And so now moving on, and I will just double check this. I'm sure it's number 14 onwards. It's just the last remaining 5 pieces that are, excuse me, within the refurb. Let me just double check. So graphics for 14. Slight imperfection, surface imperfection at the bottom, it says, for this one. So it might be a case. Oh, if I open this up so we can try and see it, because it looks perfect through the box. Oh yeah, I see. Literally just the we'll see if we can get it on the camera for you. Tiny imperfection at the bottom. But firstly, immediate appearance here at number 14. This one's gone to Paul & Greta London. Again, gorgeous. Can't see anything in terms of that refurb whatsoever. But then if I just turn it over, where is it? It is there. There you go. Can you see? So that's the reason that this one's come in as having a slight imperfection in that bottom back corner. And so from number 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, as I mentioned, those last 5 pieces are the ones that are under the refurb. So they will have some sort of characteristic like that. It does mean that they're able to go even lower, which is quite savvy. Quite savvy indeed. So this one, Paul & Greta London, congratulations to you, sir. I feel very naughty doing this. I don't know why. What? I'm not even going to argue with it. Not even going to argue with it. We all know the value of this world that we are within. The collectability of this across 2 different, completely different contrasting industries. And yet just even more saving for you there. So that one was number 14 that Paul & Greta London managed to get. Well done to you, sir. Number 15, 16. So there's only 4 left for me to bring on. So let me just see what it tells me on 5. Oh, sorry. Bear with me 1 second. 15. Go. Surface imperfection again. We'll see if we can spot it. So this was 15, and this one, I don't have a name. I do not have a name. So I'm assuming someone's got it in their basket, and they're just waiting to see it before they fully check it out. Okay. There's 8 minutes left to check out, by the way, guys. I say that, pretty much everything's sold out. So I'm just referring to the collectors that have things in their baskets. 8 minutes left, and it is, I know, it's the last day of the Gemcollector 12th birthday. That's why I'm here for this 2-hour special only as the grand finale evening gala show. Just 7 until 9 p.m. We are 8 minutes away until 9 p.m, so 8 minutes left remaining before the show technically comes to an end. If you're watching on Sky TV, it will get cut off bang on at 9 o'clock. If I need to go on longer, of course, I can on the web and the app. This one, though, so again, but talking about the refurb, I'm trying to see what it is. It might be simply that little scratch. Yes, it is. Sorry, I'm just looking at it up as close as I can in the studio. Yeah, so it is simply the scratch that you've got straight through the eye there. Number 15, like I said, someone has got it in their basket. I don't know who. But this is the price. Number 15, 10.6 carats. And again, down under 40 for you. we should be looking at hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pounds for any one of these. So the fact that we're getting any one of them for under 100, under 60, is extraordinary, especially then with the extra savings here. Right, that was 14, so 50, sorry, that was 15. Number 16 is next. This one again, sold out. This one's gone to Grace in Essex. I'm just getting it out, my lovely, so I can try and spot what the imperfection is on this piece. Have a little look. Okay, from the front, absolute perfection and bold colours. This would have been from the 70s, Grace. You can tell straight away, can't you? Look at that. Look at that party of colours. A big stripe of that bright yellow. There's another stripe of the lime green just underneath it. And there's blues and reds for sure. And the imperfection lies here on the back of it. So that's the reason that this is in the refurb. And that you're going to get another nice big saving for yourself there. Well done to Grace on this one at number 16. Number 16. And so just 2 remaining to bring on today, 17 and 18. 17 is a pair. Load those in, so you get 2 stones. This one's gone to Becky in Hampshire. Thank you, Becky. Again, I know it takes a little bit longer, so thank you for your patience just while I get these out. And have, oh, excuse me, and have a little look. So, that one is perfect. It's definitely not this one. Oh, again, then there's that pop of green. So that one is one of the number 17, and then there's this one that comes with it, which looks slightly older. I'm trying to see what the imperfection is. Is it literally just that? It's on the back as well. It's wild, isn't it? But it saves you. Saves an extra chunk of money. So that is the set of 2 at number 17 as per Becky's success here. Well done, Becky. All the way down now officially. And 1 remains to bring on and take down, which is number 18. Number 18. I will see who has got it in a second. I was just getting it out of the box. Swapping those over, and then once I've finished number 18, I've officially brought on everything. I will just then double check any other messages that might have come in that I haven't quite caught. I want to say a big thank you again for joining us across the birthday, entirely across the birthday. The 12-year celebration has been fantastic, 12 days. I know it's not normal for me to be here in the evening. It was just literally a one-off special for tonight for the grand finale, and then we will be back, as always, tomorrow, and it will be me specifically going live once again 1 p.m. until 5 p.m. live on Gemcollector here. Tomorrow afternoon we're here every single day 1 p.m. till 5 p.m. UK time, live on Sky TV, live on gemcollector.com, Gemporia's app and so on. So I look forward to having you here with me. I'm starting actually with an under £30 special, and I've got lots of treasures and treats, brand new fiends, as well as many other things to be enjoyed. But just the last few moments of our birthday, this one, number 18, again, gone to Grace. 9.6 carats, glorious height. Still trying to figure out why it's in the refurb and where that imperfection is, because I can't see anything wrong with it at all. Oh, hang on, no. If I hold it this way, just ever so slightly. There, so it's the back again. There you go. You'd never even know, would you? Well done, Grace. Final piece, number 18, and down she goes. Well done. Now, having a little look at our messages. If you can show me number 6, please. I have checked it out, says Keith. There we go. So that has officially been on. Thank you for your patience, Keith. I'm sorry I've only just seen that message, but it has now been on. My lovely Paul, 14 out of the box. That also, I believe I did, out of the box as well, but then number 1 out of the box. So just going back right up top, Paul, check this one out. He just wants to have a little glimpse again outside of the box. So perfection with these pieces. Really vibrant, really striking. Only one like it in the world. with all the colours of history again, and it is officially Paul's piece. Well done, lovely Paul. That is number 1. Number 16, definitely down, Ricky, don't you worry. Oh, Keith, that would be cool. He said, imagine having it as a key ring for your car keys. Do they all come with the boxes as well, says Paul? They certainly do, my lovely. But I know I've been showing them all to you in the box, obviously taking some of them out when you have requested it, but they will come in their gorgeous box, ready to be displayed. But you can easily take them out and play with them as you desire. Number 2, quickly bringing this one back on again, because Paul said, I've got them all. Can you just have a little look outside of the box? So that is back on view here at number 2. All sold out. Well done to Paul on these glorious pieces. Yvesh says, good night, Foxy. Take care. Have a safe journey home. Thank you so much. Savvy says, thank you for the show this evening. Have a lovely evening and safe journey home. Thank you, guys. It's been very strange only being 2 hours. Only being 2 hours. Very, very strange. Leslie, number 12. That's then officially been on for yourself. 11. Again, thank you to Becky. I know you got it. Lots of thank yous, lots of farewells and good evenings from so many of you. It has been a really special birthday, and I want to thank you, our collectors. You are Gem Collector. This channel is literally you. It is a community, and so without you, without your company, without your passion, tuning in and taking part and collecting with us every day, there would be no Gem Collector. So this has been your birthday celebration, and I'm so honoured to be part of it. I've had a fantastic time myself over the 12 days. This one, number 3, just got it out of the box real quick for our lovely Paul who wanted to see it again. Well done to you, sir. Good night, Foxy, says our Ricky. Don't look at mine out of the box. I want it to be a surprise, says Debs. No worries, my darling. Thank you from all the viewers, says Paul. Thank you. There we go. We've just ticked over 9 o'clock, so Sky has now disappeared. And I've done all of those. And I think the last message, Melanie, number 15, back on. Let me just check who got that one. It was Melanie. So you must have just missed it, my darling. So I'll bring that back on as our final piece. And a huge well done to you. And look at that for good timing. We set off actually running a little bit behind and late, didn't we? But managed to fit it all in, which is fantastic. Congratulations to you on your really cool pieces, your really, really cool collector's items in both the gemstone and the motor industry world. Once again, I've got to say farewell. The shortest show ever, I know. I'm going to say farewell. I'm going to go back home to my lovely Barney Bear and Davis Dream, who's also staying with me, Golden Retriever. He's staying with me for a week and a half. And, of course, my lovely Thomas, who is actually cooking for me, I believe. So I'm going to go home to a nice cooked meal. And then, once again, I will return back here, going live again on Gem Collector tomorrow from 1 p.m. So hopefully you'll be able to join me. I've got lots of exciting launches, including some really, I was going to say bedazzling fiends and amongst other things. So until tomorrow, have a lovely rest of your Sunday evening. And I'll be back for some jolly good... Press the wrong button there. For some jolly good fun, Gemstone Treasures, tomorrow. Until then, good night.
Watch Gem Collector live on Facebook and YouTube, or tune in anytime through our app and website. Stay up to date with the latest gemstone finds, exclusive deals and expert insights, wherever you are.
Ready to join Gem Collector? Here's a quick guide. First, go to gemcollector.com. Click the person icon in the top corner. Type your email address and hit continue. Fill in the short form with your email and a secure password, and hit create account. That's it. You're now ready to start your gem collecting hobby.
Gem Collector is live every day from 1 p.m. till 5 p.m. Join us on Facebook, YouTube, our app or our website to discover stunning gemstones, exclusive deals and expert insights, wherever you are.
At Gem Collector, we want to make your life as straightforward as possible. That's why you can